Hi guys, this ISO 9mm is one of the best weapons to use in Warzone. During Warzone 2, the ISO 9mm has always been a decent SMG to use, but was easily overshadowed by other more capable weapons like the Luckman Sub and Vasnev. But with the launch of the new Warzone, the ISO 9mm went from a decent SMG to use to one of the best SMGs currently in the game. And that's mostly thanks to its new updated damage profile. The ISO 9mm features a very forgiving damage profile backed up with one of the fastest close range time to kills of any weapon. Upper arm or stomach shots will do the same amount of damage as a chest or neck shot, so shot placement doesn't play such a big role in reaching the weapon's maximum time to kill. The ISO 9mm also has one of the fastest firing rates in the game, only falling slightly behind the WSP Swarm and Fennec. So overall the ISO 9mm has a very consistent damage profile backed up by an excellent fire rate. But how does it compare to the new Modern Warfare 3 SMGs? When it comes to peer time to kill, the ISO 9mm takes the lead over the current MW3 SMGs. The closest competitor to the ISO is the WSP Swarm with a time to kill of 600 to 5 milliseconds for chest and stomach shots. The ISO also takes the lead over the Swarm when it comes to headshot TTK, beating it by 10 milliseconds. 10 milliseconds might not seem like much, but that can easily be the difference between winning or losing a gunfight. Now let's take a look at the class setup I recommend using in Warzone. So since we'll be mostly using this weapon for close range engagements, mobility will be key. The Shadow Strike Suppressor won't let us appear as a red dot on the minimap during gunfights, and it also doesn't impact our ADS speeds. Next, the VLK 7mW laser will decrease our ADS time by about 7% while also cutting our sprint to fire time by 10%. Since the iron sight on the ISO is not the best, I recommend using a low zoom optic like the MK3 reflector. It will just make it easier to stay on target during gunfights. The Collapse Stalker is what really transforms this weapon, giving us a massive boost to our movement speed while also decreasing our ADS time by about 11%. Lastly, the 50 round mag is a must, especially on a fast firing weapon like the ISO. So this class setup makes the most of the close range killing potential of the ISO, prioritizing movement speed and overall mobility. Stats wise, we see a noticeable decrease to our ADS times while also cutting our sprint to fire time by about 26 milliseconds. Our movement speed stays high, but we do lose a few seconds on our reload times due to the 50 round mag. Next, let's have a look at the different recoil patterns of the ISO. This is one area I feel a lot of people overlook when it comes to choosing a SMG. A fast time to kill means nothing if you can't keep your shots on target. Luckily, the ISO features a very straightforward recoil pattern that is overall very easy to control. It also has a decent hipfire spread, which definitely comes in handy on maps like Vandal. This recoil test was performed using my recommended class setup, so improvements to recoil is possible at the expense of mobility. So overall the ISO is the best Modern Warfare 2 SMG currently in the game, and I highly recommend giving the setup a go. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video. If you want to stay up to date with the best weapons to use in Warzone, then make sure you are subscribed, or maybe just leave a like so we can get this video out to more people, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.